To debate this, Loretta Doan, radio talk show host and former General Services Administration Director for President Bush, and Democratic strategist Robert Weiner. Good morning to both of you.
Hi. Good morning.
Happy 4th of July. Loretta, let me start with you. Is this class warfare? Will it work?
The President's comments have been dishonest and shameful, and I'll give you two reasons why. President Obama has been dishonest because he's talking about millionaires and billionaires, but what he's really advocating is raising taxes on families that are earning about $250,000 a year. And it's also shameful because it's becoming more and more clear that the President doesn't really grasp the character of the American people. We're a nation of small business owners and entrepreneurs and dreamers, and these are the very people that for some reason he's chosen to demonize. So yes, class warfare.
I hear your chuckle, Robert. Let me give you a little example of what the President is saying, not on Wednesday, but on his radio address on Saturday, reaffirming some of these same points. Listen.
Now, it would be nice if we could keep every tax break, but we can't afford them. Because if we choose to keep those tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires, or for hedge fund managers and corporate jet owners, or for oil and gas companies pulling in huge profits without our help, then we'll have to make even deeper cuts somewhere else.
Couple of problems there. Millionaires and billionaires. As Loretta pointed out, we're talking about families that make $250,000 a year, not millionaires by any stretch of the imagination. And two, this corporate jet thing, we're talking about $3 billion over 10 years. Nothing. How does this strategy work?
Well, Republicans aren't even willing to compromise, and Democrats are, to make it just for millionaires and up. What's shameful, Dave and Loretta should know better, she was the administrator of GSA, is that in the last 20 years, executive salaries, rich salaries have gone up 430%. This is from the Washington Post graph, whereas flat families have gone 20%. So 20 times more money for executives, 20 times more money for the rich, while this party of Republicans does nothing but tax cuts, tax cuts, tax cuts for the rich. That's what's shameful. And, you know, the Republicans keep saying that the President has no plan. I wish they'd seen and they paid attention to the President's plan that he offered February 14th, that Jack Lew had a news conference as OMB director. President Obama had a news conference. If they'd bother to read it and look at the plan, that's a balanced approach, not my way or the highway, but a balanced approach, or at least read just the executive summary, or at least just read the 7 pages of the President's letter that talks about the $1 trillion in savings from health care, from the military, from a freeze on federal spending. Those are the plans
Loretta,
that the President
let me bring in Loretta on that,
have ignored.
On the Bush